Hello, hello, hello. So welcome back to my channel. I created this very nice makeup look. If you want to see how I created it, keep watching. I recorded this video yesterday and the lighting was so bad I just could not upload it, so I deleted it and now I am re-recording it. So hopefully this is better, and if you think so yourself, give it a thumbs up and let's get straight into the video. Okay, so first things first, you want to have a base on, basically on your face. Before you go ahead and apply any foundation or anything like that, you don't want to go straight in with your foundation. It's not good for your skin. So I'm going to start off with the moisturizer that I like to use, and that is the ordinary just face natural moisturizing cream. I like to pop a bit of this onto my hand, just put it between my two, rub it between my two hands, and then just apply it to the face. Also applying it to your neck as well, because you're going to be applying foundation in there as well, and your neck ages too, so you want to make sure you never forget about your neck. I really like this moisturizer. I find that it's really hydrating for my skin and it suits it well. I've been going here and there between moisturizers and haven't found one I like, and I actually like this one. Actually, it's a lie. I obviously like this, but I like the L'Oreal one that's in a blue glass bottle. I really like that one too. It's very lightweight. It's a water-based moisturizer, which I love. I find that as well is very hydrating on my skin, but this one is a good alternative. It's very cheap, worth the money in my opinion. It may not suit your skin, but it suits mine. So yeah, I'm going to let that soak into my skin, and then I'm going to go ahead with primer. Also another ordinary product. I really like this one as well. This is the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer. I find this creates a good base for your foundation. It makes your skin all smooth, and you know, it covers up any unevenness on your skin, and I find it lasts, or I find it makes my makeup last a lot longer as to when I've used other primers. But another primer that I really love is the MAC Prep and Prime. I also really love this. I'm out now, so I have to get more, which I will be rebuying, but this is a very cheap alternative, and in my opinion it is worth your money. It comes with one of these on it. I can't think of what it's called. Basically it makes it easier to put onto your skin, makes it easier to put on. I just like to put it all over my face and then just rub it in with my hands. I like to use my hands for all of this as well, because I find the heat off your hands really melt the product into your skin, so I feel like you're getting it deeper within. And I just prefer using my hands, putting like moisturizer and primers on anyway than brushes. Sometimes I'll use a brush, but 99.9% of the time I'll use my hands. Okay, so now that is soaked into my skin, I'm going to go ahead with foundation. Now I'm going to use my holy grail foundation. I could literally, the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. I use mine, or mine is in the shade Stromboli. Obviously I've no tan on at the minute, as you can tell, but I use this when I have a tan on. And pretty much all the shades of foundation that I have for myself are all this dark, because I usually have tan on. I love tan, but I haven't had a chance to put it on me yet, so I'll be putting it on later, and I don't have time to film later, so I'm filming now. So this foundation is going to be quite dark for me, but we'll just have to make do with what we have. I love this foundation. Honestly, it is my holy grail foundation. I use art foundations obviously, but this is the one that I always tend to reach for. So I'm just popping some of that onto the back of my hand, and I'm going in with my damp beauty blender. Look how filthy mine is. I've cleaned it with the beauty blender cleaner, but just that part won't come out. So I'm just gonna start on my face. I'm starting with my foundation first. Usually I do my eyes, but today I decided to just change it up a bit. Have any of you been watching I'm a Celebrity? I like love it this year. I usually don't watch it, but this year I decided I'll give it a go. Roman and Jacqueline are my favourites, although I love Caitlyn and I like Miles on it as well, but Roman is just hilarious, especially when he's doing his impressions. And I watched his breakfast show on YouTube and stuff like that, and all these like celebrity interviews and stuff, so I already liked watching him on all that, so he's obviously one of my favourites. But I really like Jacqueline. Like, she just gets the tasks and does it, and that's it. Like, she may have like a little song and dance, like, but she still goes ahead and does it, which is really great. Like, I know that if it was me, I'd never last on I'm a Celebrity. Obviously I'm not a celebrity, so I wouldn't be on it in the first place, but if I was on it, I'd be gone straight away. I cannot stand bugs, anything creepy crawly, snakes. No, I just don't do well with these things. So I'm taking my foundation down to my neck because obviously I want my face to match my neck, and we don't want to look like we're wearing a mask. Sorry, I find it really hard to talk when I'm putting foundation on my neck. Like, shakes my voice box a little. I just like to keep going over as well with my beauty blender to make sure that I have it pressed into the skin properly. Look at the colour difference, like. Usually it matches. Just not today, my friend. Sometimes I like to use a brush for this foundation. I find it applies well either way. But I always tend to use a beauty blender, but sometimes I'll change it up and go for a brush. Just look at that, like. Coverage is so nice, and it's very lightweight on your skin. Like, you don't feel like, you know, you have a load of foundation on, which I like. So for concealer, obviously I want just that extra bit of coverage and brightening up on my face. I'm gonna go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20. I'm just gonna pop some of that onto the back of my hand as well. Take a concealer brush, if I can find it. I have my brush belt here, well, some of my brushes in it. Have it. Actually gonna take the concealer, paint under my eyes basically, like so, and I want to take this into the inner corner as well. Obviously you can do colour correcting and stuff, but I find this concealer has enough coverage, so I don't need the colour correction. I'll go back in with my beauty blender and just press that into the skin. I put a bit of it on my eyelid as well, just as a base for when we go in with our shadow. So my powder of choice is going to be the MAC Medium Plus setting powder. I just take it on a fluffy brush and basically press it into the skin. I really like this powder. It's very like lightweight, like you don't feel like you've put chalk on your face. My other favourite powder will be the Huda Beauty loose powder. The one I use is Cupcake. It's like a loose powder. That is my go-to powder also. I use that if I'm going out on a night out and I want my foundation not to budge whatsoever. So I'm just taking this and placing it all over. As you can see, I'm doing like patting, like I'm not, because I don't want my foundation to move. If that's done, I'm going to go in and use a bit of bronzer and warmth my face a bit. So my bronzer choice would be the Milani bronzer. Mine's a bit dirty. I use the shade 03 Pecan. Just take a small bit onto my brush and I tap off the excess there, and then kind of under and blend. Then just go ahead and do the same on the other side. Up onto my forehead and around my temple area. Over on my brush, I like to use on my nose because I have a big nose, so I have to contour it. Just down the sides. Then I'm going in with my favourite Morphe 8W palette. And I'm going to use the shade Witty. As you can see, that is like my favourite shade, as I've like nearly run out. I like to take this on an angled brush, tap off some of the excess, put it on the apples of your cheeks. You want to smile to get it in the right area. Just go to town. I like the fact that there's a bit of shimmer in this blush. I find that it, you know, works well with my highlighter. A bit on my nose. I honestly couldn't choose if I wanted to use this this blush palette or my highlight, because if I lived with this blush palette, I basically have a highlight, has dark shades, I could use this as my bronzer, and like, I dropped it again. I broke it. So I'm going in with my Sub-Zero palette. I'm going to angle it at an angle so you can see what colours I'm going to use. So I use a mixture of this colour here, which is Made It, and Barely. And I just take them on my Susu X Kaylee SK01 brush and basically mix the two of them together. And then what was that like? I put it on the high points of my face. Starting with my cheekbones. Then I go down the centre of my nose, the tip. I do the front of my brow, temple, and my cupid's bow, and slightly on my chin. Now that we have our face completed, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia brow pomade in medium brown, and I'm taking my Anastasia angled brush, spoolie on the end, and I'm going to do my brows. Underline my brow, and then I like to line the top and then fill my brow in. You'll see as I go. But yeah, so I start like here and I use small strokes on my brow because you don't want to go, and you're more likely to make mistakes if you do a big like line and you don't take small steps. Do the top. With the front of my brow, I don't know if you could see that properly, but I just take whatever's left on my brush and I go draw a little like up to it, little strokes up to it. I take my favourite eyeshadow palette at the minute, the Kaylee and the Susu Me by Kaylee Urban Bible. Look at the shades, like they are so pretty. The pigment is unbelievable. I really suggest you try it because I was shook the first time I tried it. The first shade I am going to go in with is Savior on a small fluffy brush, top off the excess, and I'm going to place it in my crease and towards the outer edge. This is going to be my transition shade, so like so. I'm going to place it here and in towards the center, and I'm blending it out at the same time as this is my transition shade, so like so. I'm going to go in with Prophecy, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but I'm not good at pronouncing things. So I just picked up a tiny bit again on my brush, and I'm going to place it here on the outer edge of my eye, like the outer V. Blend that into my transition shade. And I like to do this like a small bit at a time. I don't want to pick up too much and then you have to like bring it back. So it's easier if you work up to the colour you want now, which is Oath here. And I'm basically placing that on top of the shade we just applied. Does anyone else have to lift their brows so they can place the shadow on their eye? Next I'm going in with more of a dense flat top brush, and I'm going to go in with the Sin palette, which is the black. I'm going to pick up a bit of that and tap off the excess. I'm going to place this towards the lash line on the outer edge, and then slowly but surely work it up the way. And you want to be careful with black as well. You don't want to go straight in with a load of black because it can just ruin your whole look. It can just ruin all the work you've just done. So make sure you only pick up a small amount. And I like to place it like that and go back in with my fluffy brush and just blend the edge. I'm going to go ahead and do underneath my eye. I'm going to use the small bullet brush by Flawless. Back in with the first shade that I used, and I'm going to place this underneath. Then I'm going in with the second shade and placing that over top. And I'm going to just place the shadow, second shadow that I used on my waterline. Now, the best part about this whole eye look, my favourite at the minute, contour and more loose pigment. Mine's in the shade Fantasy. I couldn't find, even though it's plastered big on the back. The NYX glitter glue and just a flat top brush. Placing it on the inner corner up towards my crease, like so. Then I just like to tap the edge with my finger. I'm shook every time I use this. It's just wow. So placing it like so, just on top of the glue. Like, look at that, it's absolutely insane. Next to Peaches and Cream, this is my favourite. See, now I have no glue where I'm putting it now, and it's just blending out nicely. A bit closer. Isn't that just divine? Like, now eyes, face, here. Attempted. At the minute I have a lip combo that I am obsessed, I mean obsessed with. First I am going in with the So Sue Me Birthday Suit lip liner, and I'm just going to slightly overline my top and bottom lip, just ever so slightly, and just, I'm still following the shape of my lip. Yeah, I don't think I got that in shot, but I'm gonna do the same on the bottom. Like so. I'm going in with the cutest little lips, MAC Velvet Teddy, the baby version, and I love it. Last but not least, my favourite part of this whole lip combo is gloss. Ellie Kelly lip gloss, and I literally apply this to my lips. Just beautiful. my completed makeup look. So this is the makeup look complete. I'm gonna closer so you can look at my eyes. Yeah, the skin I think looks really nice. Don't know how it looks on camera, but in person it does. Yeah, so if you like this video and you'd like to see more like this, please let me know. Give the video a thumbs up, comment, and let me know what you want to see next. I want to do like a product review of companies or products that I've never tried before, and maybe you've tried them or you haven't tried them and you want to know what they're like. I can help out and try them for you. If there's any companies or products that you want me to try, just let me know and I will try my best to get my hands on the products and do it. So yeah, this is the end of the video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed doing this. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye.